Just a couple of hours ago, late this afternoon, the New York Times ran a story saying that Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is under federal investigation for playing some role in sex trafficking and potentially having a relationship with a 17-year-old girl. They're very...
Well, as you have just heard from Tucker, you know exactly what this is about. And just so you know my bias, I don't like Matt Gaetz. He's too plastic. I'll let your mind wander on what I mean by plastic.
Few details in major news outlets tonight about this story. We have no background on it all and not even any very informed questions. Instead, we've invited Congressman...
So as we watch him, you actually see his lips moving, and we're talking about Gaetz. They're tightening up. He's really trying to control himself.
Gaetz on the show to respond to these stories and give us his view of them. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it. So this is obviously a serious allegation. Tell us what the truth is from your perspective.
It is a horrible allegation, and it is a lie. The New York Times is running a story that I have traveled with a 17-year-old woman, and that is verifiably false. All
right, so as we watch this come out of his mouth, this is a prepared speech. Even his language says he's distancing himself from it. This is a horrible allegation. Now, I do realize that he has had time to prepare for this. And this is going to be his statement that most of Americans will actually watch. So if any place mentally he's going to prepare for, it's going to be this show. And it's going to be very controlled.
You can look at my travel records and see that that is not the case. What is happening is an extortion of me and my family involving a former Department of Justice official. On March 16th, my father got a text message demanding a meeting wherein a person demanded $25 million in exchange for making horrible sex trafficking allegations against me go away.
So as you watch, as he relays the story to you, the up and down movements of the eyes, very predictable with each word it goes through, no pauses, no thinking, no emotional access, no nothing, just a prepared statement. And I can mentally look at this, if I realize what my bias is, that this is not stupid. It is a smart thing to do when you have the DOJ after you. You want it prepared. You don't want to add anything that isn't there. And that's as far as you're going to want to go with it. So as irritating as it is to watch plastic speak, a prepared speech, it's not stupid, nor is it deceptive, at least at this point. It's smart in a criminal investigation.
Our family was so troubled by that, we went to the local FBI. And the FBI and the Department of Justice were so concerned about this attempted extortion of a member of Congress that they asked my dad to wear a wire, which he did with the former Department of Justice official. Tonight, I am demanding that the Department of Justice and the FBI release the audio recordings that were made under their supervision and at their direction, which will prove my innocence and that will show that these allegations aren't true. They're merely intended to try to bleed my family out of money. And this former Department of Justice official tomorrow was supposed to be contacted by my father so that specific instructions could be given regarding the wiring of $4.5 million as a down payment on this bribe. I don't think it's a coincidence that tonight, somehow, the New York Times is leaking this information, smearing me, and ruining the investigation that would likely result in one of the former colleagues of the current DOJ being brought to justice for trying to extort me and my family.
So a couple of obvious questions that come to mind, and again, just to restate, this just happened, don't have any other information beyond what we've already said and you have said. First of all, who is this Department of Justice former employee who's trying to extort the money from you, you say?
His name is David McGee. He was a top official in the leadership in the Northern District of Florida as a prosecutor. He currently works at the Beggs and Lane law firm. As a matter of fact, one of the recordings that was made at the FBI and Department of Justice request occurred at that law firm, and the money that was supposed to be paid today that would have shown even more evidence of David McGee's work in this extortion scheme, that was foiled by the New York Times story, and I believe that's why this horrible information and these terrible allegations have been used this evening.
So you're, and I'll get to the investigation in a sec, but you're saying that David McGee was motivated by greed. He was trying to extort money from your family. That's his motivation, you're saying?
I know that there was a demand for money in exchange for a commitment that he could make this investigation go away along with his co-conspirators. They even claimed to have specific connections inside the Biden White House. Now, I don't know if that's true. They were promising that Joe Biden would pardon me. Obviously, I don't need a pardon. I'm not seeking a pardon. I have not done anything improper or wrong. But what I am troubled by is the real motivation for all of this. You know, just tonight, Ted Lieu, a Democrat, is calling on me to be removed from the House Judiciary.
All right, so as you watch this, I'm hoping that you have picked up on he's been reading the entire time, or to the extent, because some people don't need to read verbatim, they just need notes, which is normal. Smart people, very good memories. And some people need a verbatim speech. But everything Plastic is saying is a prepared statement. The questions from the other side, if you watch him from Tucker, he doesn't, when someone has a question that they want answered or a statement that they want to put in on the other side, they do a very good job of controlling themselves, but you could see it. Their mouth starts twitching. Their body starts coming forward to let them interject. Their body is saying, let me interject a question. Let me interject a statement. We don't see that with Tucker because he's following along. So, this is the end. All right, now I ask. And you get a noticeable pause. There's no talking over anyone. Now, for these types of politicians, the voters obviously like him. Is 17 like really bad? As a mother, I would not be happy. I would be very upset. And it would not make me look upon the person that was trying to date a young girl who is obviously very young. Even if, let's put it this way, if the guy is 35 and the girl is 21, it's kind of like, yeah, it wouldn't make me look at that guy any better than if he was 25 dating a 16-year-old. You can obviously see that the individual is much younger than you and has that kind of maturity level, because as you go through life, your maturity evolves. So no, it doesn't make me think any better. But to each his own, and Mr. Gaetz's reputation and his voting and his stances on things speak for themselves.
I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Fero. Fero is one of the few cryptocurrency projects that I respect. Unlike most other cryptocurrencies, Fero is focused on safeguarding your financial privacy without compromising on trustlessness, which means no third parties are required, and transactions are private by default. Fero also has an exciting roadmap to look forward to. Features such as Instant Send, where payments can both be sent and confirmed within seconds. There's also Elysium, which adds tokenization functionality similar to Ethereum, but it also enables these assets to enjoy Fero's privacy technology. There's many more things on the roadmap, and if you'd like to learn more, head over to fero.org. If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers, where Mandy teaches more about her techniques of deception detection. There's also other content such as the Crime series and Interesting Minds series, available to both Gold and Silver subscribers.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.